Right, ready. Morning, Mikel. Thanks for your time as ever. I'm obviously going to see the players again shortly. How do you get them together? Do you need to give them a message, a rallying call? Are you angry with them or embarrassed about last night? What is that emotion that you want to convey to the players?
No, I already spoke with them last night. I know what they've been through all this season, and I feel proud to represent them. We have our difficulties, we know that. But how they tried last night with everything that happened again with a few players in the last week or so, I have to support them, and they always have that from me, and I will defend them all the time. They try to the last second with the ability that we have today, with our strength and our weaknesses. They tried, they believed, they were after it, and they were got it after that. So they will have my full support all the time.
Over the two legs, certainly in the first half of the match, people said the team lacked a bit of intensity. Would you go along with that?
No, I don't think we lacked intensity. I think we lack clarity and capacity to execute with the ball what we wanted to do. And that led to a game where we started to lose the ball in our own half in that phase, when in two passes they are able to attack your goal and create insecurity. And I think it was more a case of that than anything else. I don't think that they lacked any of that.
It's quite clear from just looking at you and what you say, you live and breathe this job. You sort of devoted your life to being a manager of Arsenal. What lessons have you learnt so far from this season, and what has it taught you about yourself?
Well, what I've learned this season, is that I thought that I was very privileged to be in this football club. Now, I know that I could not be anywhere else better than here. And everything that we've been through together as a club, with all the staff, from everybody, with every single player, everybody that is putting their lives to be successful here, I could not be any prouder to be close to them. In my job, I don't know how many challenges and obstacles we've been through. We try to do it, I try to do it in the best possible way, all the time, facing it, being honest, sticking to the values that I believe in and this club believes in, and then it's about results, Nick, and we are judged on that. We can do a lot of good things, we have changed a lot of good things, but at the end it's about winning, and we haven't won enough this season. And the defining moment last night when it mattered again, an inch decided those ties, or details decide those ties, and we didn't find a way to be there.
You've discussed sort of all the different elements of trying to sort of make the club into a challenging one for a title challenging team again. But it's Lee Dixon was sitting behind me in the press box last night. He said it could take years to get to that stage. With no Europe and being in mid-table, is it hard to convince people that you have made progress this season?
Well, it has taken years, because for 5 years now we haven't been competing with the top clubs in this country. So it's already years. It's not that this process started 6 months ago. It started 5 years ago when you can see this trend. So he's right. It's taking already years. It's not that the year one is here. But I think a project has its phases, and when you arrive into a phase, and I'm telling you, we are in a much better position today to be what we want to be very soon if we do what we have to do. But we have to be ruthless, because there is no time to waste, and there is a lot to do.
A lack of European football, will that affect the sort of progress of the process? Will it make it harder to attract players or keep your top players?
We don't know. We have some really good examples in this league, in this country, with teams that they've been out of Europe, and that was the defining moment in that project to after go and be much stronger. So we have those examples, and we have to look what happened there as well to understand how we can do it, and if that's the case, how can we make the most of it? Because we cannot be crying and stuck in what we don't have. It's okay, what do we have, and how we maximize it to get what we want.
I remember pointing that out before, and you said you just must be in Europe. You must be in Europe. Just finally, what is your message to the fans to convince them to sort of stay behind the team now for not just the rest of this season, but going into next season?
First of all, I want to share the pain that we are all feeling. They've been incredible with the team. They've been incredible with me since I arrived here, and I have to show my appreciation, first of all, to that. I know the disappointment. We are here to give them joy, to give moments of them to feel proud of what we do. We were able to do that last season, and we haven't this season. So we are the ones that have to give them something to cheer about. I don't think it's time to demand anything to them. If anything, just support the players. If you do that, they will value that, and they will be better, they will play better, and we will achieve better things. But I think it's our moment now towards them.
Thank you for your time. You said just then about being ruthless, and there's a lot to do. What did you mean by that, and what do you need to see from the players in these last 4 games to show that they are ready to do what needs to be done?
Now we need to win the 4 games and see where that takes us on the table, and we need to see a strong reaction again on Sunday, because I saw how much they care, but how much they care in the dressing room is not what we have to see. It's how much they care when we go into that pitch and how we put it right.
And what do you mean by being ruthless and a lot to do? Is that in terms of changing the makeup of the squad?
It's in many aspects that we have to do what we believe that we have to do, and I think time is catching up right now. Again, it's a trend, and it's years now since this is happening, and if not, the distance and the margins with the rest becomes too big, and then it's almost impossible to do it. So I think we are still on time, and we have put some very strong pillars and foundations in the last few months to do what we have to do, and I think we are in the right place to do it, and we have to do it.
But do you feel that the squad needs big investment this summer to improve it, and do you think the owners will provide that?
I think the squad needs changes. There were already a lot of changes in December, something that is not been done in years. So it tells you as well where we were, and things are going to have to change, and the owners are going to back it up.
And so you're confident there is a sizable budget for this summer to make changes? Okay. Just returning to these remaining 4 games, Mikel. I mean, what will you learn? You say it's one thing to care in the dressing room; it's another thing to care on the pitch. I mean, how important will these 4 games be for you to see which players care enough?
I know that they all care. So the ones that are here, I'm telling you, they care, and they care a lot, and they show me that time and time again. Again, results in some occasions, or a lot of occasions in this season, they haven't been what we wanted, but I would defend them because they deserve to be defended by me. The level that we have shown, sometimes it wasn't enough, but the intention, the purpose, and the professionalism to do it has always been there.
Just 2 more, if I may, Mikel. We did see, and it was reported that there was some shouting from some Arsenal fans as the team coach left last night. You do have 1 home game left where there will be fans in. How concerned are you that we might see more sort of hostility, and how concerned that it might be, a bit like what we saw at Manchester United the other week?
We don't know how they're going to react. I always said that they are free to raise their voices, and we are in a sport that we have to accept the environment. We cannot control that. Do our job the best we possibly can, and then try to engage them, because they are, as I said, the soul of this football club, the soul of this sports, and we need them next to the team.
So last one for me, Mikel, if you don't mind. All of us have made decisions in our careers, which are big decisions. We look back and say, was that the right decision? Was it not? This week, obviously, we've seen Manchester City reach the Champions League final, something they've been trying to do for a long time. I mean, how strongly do you feel that you did make the right decision to leave a team like Manchester City with its success and to become a head coach in your own right? How much do
I
you...
said it before that before I came here, I thought I was so privileged to be in the position that I am. Now it's not that I'm privileged; I'm honored, and I feel like I could not be anywhere else better than here, and surrounded with the people that we have here. We know what is been going on inside here for the last 18 months. We know. We only know the ones that are here, and how we have dealt with that has been incredible. And then we're going to judge only with what happened in terms of results, because it's this sport, and the results and what happened last night getting into semi-final is not enough, and nobody's going to talk about, yeah, but we could have been, I think we deserve in the second half to be in that final. It doesn't matter. You're going to only be there. What I can say is I cannot feel any prouder and more privileged to be where I am.
And you're convinced that you have what it takes to be a head coach of a top team?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mikel.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody. Daryl, we'll see you on the other side. Thanks, everybody.
Will do. Thank you very much, Mikel.